stitches, and then a double crochet 2 together over these 2 stitches, and then 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and then 2 double crochet into the next stitch and 2 double crochet into the next stitch, and that's the sequence. So continue repeating that sequence right along till you get to the last stitch here before the stitch marker, and I'll see you there. Okay, so now I'm up to the stitch marker, and I'm going to take that out. And we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. There's 1 into the next stitch, do 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet 2 together over these next 2 stitches. And there's the ice cream man again. I'm sure he just puts that music on just when I start filming. So there's our first double crochet 2 together, and then we're going to do the same here over these 2 stitches. So there's our second double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to do a double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. There's 1 into the next stitch, there's 2 into the next stitch, and there's 3. Now into the top of this turning chain here, or this chain 3, we'll be doing 2 double crochet stitches into that 3rd chain stitch here. And you'll be going up under both of the loops of that chain stitch, and sometimes they are hard to get into. You just have to wiggle your hook around sometimes, especially if you've done the chain stitch a little bit too tight, which I do sometimes. I still haven't learnt my lesson to do that 3rd chain stitch a little loose. Because I know that I'm going to have to crochet into it, so I should be able to remember to do that 3rd chain stitch a little bit looser. Anyway, we got in there, there's 1 double crochet, and then we'll get our 2nd one in there into the same chain stitch. There's our 2nd double crochet. So that's the end of row 5. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for the next 3 rows, you'll repeat row 2. So turn your work and just repeat row 2, remembering to pop your stitch marker in the 11th stitch each time you're starting a new row. So I'll see you at the end of row 8, and then we'll finish off. We'll be starting in a new colour, or this colour again. So now I'm at the end of row 8, and as you can see I've done my 4 rows by repeating row 2. So get your craft scissors, and I'm going to cut that about there and finish off. And then you turn your work and you'll join your next colour in. Now you can add another colour, or you can just do what I'm doing and just use 2 colours. And also remember, before you start, just pop your stitch marker in the 11th stitch there, counting from the chain 3 back. So we'll come over here where you finished off. Once you've turned your work, pop your hook into that first stitch under both loops, and grabbing the next colour that you'll be using, and just draw that through. Get your tail, bring that over here. Just tighten that back there. Now remember, you're going to repeat row 2 for the next 4 rows with this colour. Now on this row, remember that you need to work over these 2 yarn tails. So that's basically how the pattern goes. So you do 4 rows in each colour, or you can change it up a bit. You can do 1 row for each colour, 2, whatever you want. And basically you just keep following row 2 for each row. So just repeat row 2 for each row. Okay, so once you've got your work to the length that you want, make sure that you finish off on the same colour that you actually started with, and then you'll weave your ends in with your yarn needle, just in through the back of the work with your yarn needle there. And if you want to add an edging on, you can use any stitch, like a single crochet stitch, half double crochet stitch. That would be nice to add in, because otherwise at the start of your blanket, the foundation chain part of your blanket bobbles up like this, and this end doesn't, so they're not matching ends. So it's always nice to add an edging to your blanket. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial, and if you'd like to share a photo of your blanket on the Crochet Hook Shoe Facebook page, that'd be great.